but we need more manpower. That's why we going to Jack the Rapper.
BMF was built on loyalty and brotherhood. With these two things, we got a bright future ahead of us.
No matter what they throw at us, we ain't skipping no motherfucking beat.
Meech, that's a Miami killer.
You think you deserve to have a free pass in my city?
The world is my fucking oyster.
What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm J and we are locked in. This is what's next for BMF episode 3, Sanctuary. Now, we got the connect. We finally got us a foot in the game, and Loco was here to stay because he just got picked up by Meech and Terry because Cena said that these two brothers, they can move that work fast. We also got introduced to Henry and her father Blaze, and they're trying to figure some things out because it looks like Detective Brian's going to have to put his foot in the dope game to make some money to get a lawyer for young Kevin. Now, before we jump into this and break down this trailer, if you like BMF content, breakdowns, theories, and predictions like this, then hit your subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'm on that road to 50,000 subscribers, so each and every one of you, I appreciate you. And if you don't see this at 100 likes, hit that like button. Now let's go ahead and jump into it. This is what's next for episode 3 of BMF, and make sure you tune in tonight, 2 p.m. Eastern, for the after show on the clock for BMF, where we break down each individual character in episode 2. This is what's next for BMF. With Meech being down in Atlanta and officially getting these bricks from Loco, it's about to get even crazier. We know the Miami Killers are down here. We know Techwood is down here, but they need to actually get some things rolling because if Loco is going to be supplying them, then yeah, there's definitely going to need to be muscle to ensure that all of these packs are getting dropped off. This is no more small time in it with Stacks trying to get rid of some loose ends here and there. No, we're really about to be moving. And remember, the first deal was another 250 that he arranged with Loco. So what they're doing, we're starting to see BMF get more and more into the music. Now, Duffy already told him, hey, they took out Dice. We need to get some more connections. We got Rip, but now they're going to be investing into a rapper by the name Jack the Rapper. And they're going to put money behind him to try to clean up some of this money. Now, don't give Meech all the credit. Terry is making stuff happen. He ran into Henry and he was about to set up a deal with Henry because they didn't have a plug. But then when they had the meeting with Loco and his people, the translator, he's the one that told them, hey, Meech is in Atlanta. And you even hear Hoop say, hey, these bricks, they wouldn't be coming in if it wasn't for you holding it down on the home court. Basically saying if Terry wasn't holding it down in Detroit, they would have never ran into the next connect from Cena, who passed off Loco to go to Meech. And well, they had to go through Terry to get there. But you hear Terry mentioning to his crew here, hey, we're BMF. We're going to have to tighten it up here also because Henry, she's not going to like that we're flooding the streets with BMF product that pure for a cheaper price because she was letting bricks go for $28,000. Now, remember, they're down in Atlanta letting them go for $25,000. That's why Terry laughed at it and he stepped away from that deal because now they have their own connect. This Jack the Ripper event looks like it's going to be the first thing that's really going to kick BMF off. Now, it looks like there's a lot of people here. We see some of the MK in here. We know that Meech, BMF, the PA boys are in here. But if whoever got some money in Atlanta, they're going to be involved in all of this. And at this moment, BMF isn't as big as the other organizations, but they're definitely getting there. So we see a lot of chaos going in here. We also see Monique's cousin Tina. She's back in the picture. Remember, she was down in Atlanta to go to school and Meech met up with her. And she was the one to introduce him to some of the people at the strip clubs. She also points out the Miami Hitters, aka the Miami Killers, or better known as the MKs. Well, they're in the place and they're looking around. But remember, they have a lot of muscle. They even went at it with the Colombians in episode 2. Ultimately, they ended up, knocked off. But they also going with it with Techwood. Remember, Meech, Stacks, Duffy, all of them pulled up to the club to try to talk to Glock to say, hey, let's squash all of this and let's make some money. Well, with him talking to Meech and telling Meech, do you think I should let you get a free pass? That's where all of the commotion and ruckus is going to begin here in this Jack the Ripper event, or should I say Jack the Rapper. Now, we're going to have to pay attention to this. I'm assuming that this is a shark tooth, meaning he's the big fish in the little pond. And that's why he stepped to Meech and said, you think I'm going to let you get a pass out here in my city? Because for him, he's assuming that he runs all of Atlanta, him and the MK. But we know Meech ain't going to stand for none of that. And Meech, he just got a new connect. So he's going to prove himself. And also, we know that Loco, his people put in that work, and he wasn't scared of anything when MK was shooting up the house in episode 2. Hot 97 is sponsoring this event, and I was trying to see who exactly did Meech punch, but I'm assuming that this has to be with either some MK or maybe some Techwood dudes came in here, but probably MK since we already seen the top dog was in the building. But Meech, he's been standing on business since he got in Atlanta. Every episode, he's getting into it with somebody. Some fisticuffs is going to happen with Meech. But you have to understand, he's trying to run an organization, and now that he's in Atlanta, he's really trying to make things happen. He already had the vision when he told Terry, I'm looking at these highways. We got a direct highway all the way up to New York, a highway all the way down to Miami, and we also got the connections that Dice had in Texas. So he's not going to let anyone mess up any of his business, whether it's the rap game or the dope game. Henry is going to be a real problem in Detroit. We know that she is upset that Terry and them backed out of their deal, even though Terry was right. A deal ain't a deal until the deal is done. And this right now, it was just, word of mouth. They never really agreed on anything officially or shook hands. But she's going to be trying to raise hell. And you have to remember, her dad is Blaze, good friends with Detective Bryant. And he said he was going to put somebody in her organization and wants them to go straight to work. And we know that that's probably going to be Detective Bryant to make some money to get his son, Kevin, a good lawyer. Now, we've seen how she's moving. She took Peaches out because Peaches was supposed to give her to connect to Cena, but Cena's in jail and Cena gave up his connect to Terry. So for Henry, it's getting bad out here. And her dad is still running her organization because this is up under his brand. So she's going to be terrorizing Terry within the Detroit streets, but I don't know if she's going to have enough muscle for that. I'm assuming that this is probably the Red Dogs because this looks like the Jack the Rapper event, but it looks like the police are raiding this because think about it. You got Meech and Terry, BMF, Techwood, MK. I'm pretty sure they're being surveilling somebody, whether it is because Meech is under the radar, whether it is the Techwood or it's the MK. The Red Dogs ain't playing around and it looks like they're shutting down this music event. Either that or someone called the police after Meech started whooping on somebody. But we will start having more of a police presence down in Atlanta. We have Detective Jen and Ambrose in Detroit. So this might add on to the Red Dogs actually doing some more digging and investigating into who's moving to work in Atlanta. Now we hear Terry saying this is his world. We see Meech out here slinging that iron. Stacks is running up out of here. So the action is going to start picking up. But you have to remember, we have connects now. So there's more on the line. If you're really trying to establish yourself in Atlanta and become that big time kingpin that we know Meech will turn out to be, this is where it all starts. Standing up and making sure no one comes and steps on what you've been building. So Meech firing that thing, we're going to see if he hits somebody this time because they said Meech has been missing these other episodes. But we going to see. And Meech, hey, he told Loco, we're family. So being family, you got to protect family. All right, there you go. What's next for episode 3 of BMF Sanctuary? Let me know what you think about this. Is the fight within the Jack the Rapper event, is that with Meech and the MKs, or is it just Meech and some random dude that was in there talking some trash? Man, that music sucks. Let me know what you think. I'm MoDIJ. Like I said, make sure you tune in tonight, 2 p.m. Eastern for the live after show discussion. We're on the clock with BMF, where we pick out each individual character and tell the story behind the story. I'm on that road to 50,000 subscribers. If I said something to make you go, or if you like BMF content, hit that subscribe button. If you don't see this at 100 likes, hit that like button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.